Oh man, what's really good though, family cheat? Oh, let me turn this one off. Turn it off, baby. Come on, doesn't want to go off. There you go. What's really good, family cheat? Let me know if you're up in the building with me. Yeah, buddy. So I was speaking to my good brother TNT as Greek today on the live stream. I was trying to figure out whether it's a good opportune moment to come down and bless Speaker's Corner. Me and Gabs. Unfortunately, Speaker's Corner is looking mad dead out. Dead out there. Dead out there. Man, like big odds up in the building. What's good? Christian Nation's up in the building. El Kemeti Peace King was good. Telescope is up in the building as well. Alright? You already know what you gotta do, man. Just hit up the like button, show your love and support, and make sure you hit us up with inside of the comment section. Just by being interactive, man. Hit us up, let us know you're good. Oh man, John McDermott's up in here saying God's grace, brother. Love, 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 love. Yeah, so I wanted to, like, I literally put on my clothes. I was like, yeah, let's go. And then like Gabs was just speaking some sense into me. Then I was looking at the live streams and I was like, oh man, can I be bothered to waste like 15 pounds worth of petrol driving down into London, trying to find places to park, all that good stuff, and just waste my energy and just go out there in the cold. I was like, nah, I'm not feeling to do that. You know what I'm gonna feel to do? Hey, is that food? You got food in the corner of my lip and I'm doing a live stream. All right, what I feel to do is to go home, turn on the laptop and create a show where we can all have our warm, cozy Speaker's Corner. Indoor corner, baby, indoor corner. So, all right, so hopefully within the next half an hour to an hour, okay, however long it takes. Ooh, hold on. You know when the beard is looking healthy, yeah? You know you just catch it. Sugar. Yeah, man, a few of the live streams were looking mad dead. Like, I was thinking, no. But in that being said, I did turn on to and see Raven going in with Jordan, and I was like, I'm enjoying this conversation. I'm truly enjoying this conversation. Not too bad. So and that was to do with like black identity, even white identity. As much as I've caught, I haven't, seen it all. Black identity, white identity, and coming into Islam and the culture of Islam, whether it is Asian culture, African culture, whatever it is that's kind of being superimposed upon, the religion, and, converts are now coming into the culture that people are practicing rather than sticking to their own identity and old culture and just taking on the religion. So it was a very interesting conversation, mind you, very interesting. What's good, Joe Brown up in America? And that, so very interesting conversation. We may have to, progress that a little bit. I was watching a debate, okay, with Muhammad Hijab, and I believe the fellow was a Jewish man, okay, and I was like, go on, get him, buddy, get him. All right, and it was really interesting. It was really interesting. And I think, especially when personally, I think, to be real with you, okay, because you know what, Speaker's Corner is very much so dominated with Islamic, how can I put it? Islamic dialogue, okay? There's not really much. It's just going to be like Islam versus Christianity type of debates, or Islam versus atheism type of debates that's going on. There's hardly any like Sikhism popping through like back in the day when we had basics of Sikhi, or even who else did we used to have? We haven't had no real like Hindu discussions. We're getting like these rare Jewish discussions, which is absolute gems. So I really appreciated the change of pace with the Jewish brother coming in today and blessing it. Hold on, I'm going to speak a little bit more about it. Let me just read out some of your questions. Bun Speaker's Corner, full of nut jobs. Time for new beginnings, says Raskin Bobbins. Yep, I hear that. I bet you must be thinking the same as us. Rat Boy is a wanker. You know what, yeah? Like, Rat Boy is just mad with it. Absolutely crazy with it. I didn't get to see much. Somebody saying that he was getting into a fight or getting into beef, like, Rat Boy is always getting into trouble. I'm not too sure what happened. Somebody else was telling me that he was calling somebody a monkey. I haven't confirmed all of these allegations, okay? I just had, you know, very trustworthy sources saying these things to me. But yeah, again, I haven't confirmed, so I'm not putting out there as though it's facts, okay? It's just unconfirmed reports. Okay, so if you lot got the YouTube videos and the timestamps, whatever else, just simply send that to me. I can watch it and I can, you know, go in on those type of topics. So yeah, buddy. Let's quickly see. Yes, he did, someone says. Yeah. So, you know, it was really good to actually see a Jewish guy debate. I love it, because this is exactly what he was talking about. Was so good, and I was like, hold on, let me read this. You leave as a Speaker's Corner legend, last of dying breed. Give thanks, give thanks. Yeah. So quickly on this Jewish debate, and I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, I was just, you know, doing a lot of things, and it seems though that it did stop, as though it was going to continue later on. I'm not too sure if it did continue later on, but it would be awesome. I'm going to speak on the racism in a hot second. I'm going to speak on, you know, Rat Boy in a hot second then. So the Jewish one, I was like, please, like, more. Okay, this is stuff I'm saying, like, in terms of debating at Speaker's Corner, if it's going to be on Islam, and if you're not a Muslim, this is just specifically to if you're not a Muslim, like, there's only two real topics on the agenda that you should really discuss. Everything else is just, you know, how can I put it, like, it's just additional. It's like, it doesn't really mean anything at all. So the two things that you should do, and when you're debating a Muslim, is number one, because they make two claims. The two claims that they make is, there's no God worthy of worship but Allah. That's one. All right, cool, get them on that one. So debate theology, talk to them on that. The second one is to do with and Muhammad is a messenger or a prophet, okay, of God. Like, these two things is what you should really home in and attack. And it was amazing to see Muhammad Hijab was being, like, undone. He was being undone. He was stuck in the mud, to be honest with you, because you actually had a proper Jewish guy that knew his scripture and that was reading from the Hebrew and was reading, like, the Jewish translation of the verses, rather than, you know, the King James version of those particular verses, i.e. in Deuteronomy 18. So he was just going in on that, and it was just amazing to see a Jewish person go in and just proving the point. So if you do that, okay, and this is only if you're a non-Muslim and you're going against the Muslim, you know, Muslims, if you want the counter argument, holler at me, holler at your boy, baby, holler at your boy, and I'll hook you up, right? But they went in nicely, you know, just showing you that it's only, you know, those people who come from the Jewish line, i.e. Israelite line, those are the people that they accept as prophets. And they will go into a bit more detail as well, like, you know, speaking in the name of God, all these things here. Yeah, I was like, oh, like, this is the type of dialogue I enjoy seeing, because it's something completely different than what we used to with the normal Christian dialogues. It's like a Jewish stance, a Jewish perspective. So salute to the Jewish brother who passed through. Please, more of those, right? We get some more Jews coming into Speaker's Corner, and that would be phenomenal. I would really love to see, like, a Jewish and Christian debate to see whether, you know, what's the dispute between you know, the Messiah of the Christians and the Messiah of the Jews, and why Jesus fits the category or the prophecy of being the Messiah, and why he doesn't fit the category of being the Messiah according to the Jewish stance. I want something new, something along those lines will be absolutely perfect, okay, absolutely wonderful. So please, more Jews pass through. And then we have, here we go, another I'm assuming you are a Muslim with the name of Hudan Abu Kar. Okay, let us know if you're Muslim, Hudan Abu Kar, and also let us know what country or what ethnicity you are as well, because I'm finna give you the donkey of the day. All right, the racist donkey of the day, and you're just showing yourself up and you're showing your community up. Look at that. You know, they love the coon word. They love, like, coons, Uncle Toms, Negroes. They love these racial slurs, right? They absolutely love it. Why? Okay, you're agnostic, you say. So Hudan Abukar, absolutely wonderful. So you're agnostic, okay? Can I ask what ethnicity you are? Okay, can we ask what ethnicity you are? Okay, and then after that, so we've asked it, so hopefully you're gonna be typing it up. After you've answered what ethnicity you are, I wanna know what makes you feel so comfortable to call a black man, another black man, or you're Somali, well done. So as a Somalian, okay, or Somali, how do you feel so comfortable in calling another black man a coon? How do you feel so comfortable in deriding a black man with racial slurs? I would love to know. Okay, I would love to know. Let us know. Somali agnostic Muslim. Should we say you're an agnostic Muslim? You've been brought up in a Muslim family, Muslim culture, but you're agnostic. So we'd love to know that. I'm always trying to get into the mind of these individuals that utilize these racial slurs. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. I knew Tommy Robinson's name was going to pop up, so I've just scrolled back to see, you know, something else. Is it exposed as a Tommy supporter? Whole park had you shook for being tan self-hater. Yep, real legend. Okay, so there you go. Exposed as a Tommy supporter. There you go. So there you go. So you don't have a hatred for Tommy Robinson, don't you? I love it. And who are you the supporter of, may I ask? I wonder if you're a supporter of Saeed DL. Are you a supporter of Saeed DL, OSKK Dawa? Are you a supporter of Muhammad Hijab and all these other individuals that have known to say racial slurs? Or are you a supporter of, you know, that savagery that takes place in certain Islamic communities, not all Islamic communities, but certain Islamic communities that have an anti-black agenda or hatred for the African man? Are you one of those individuals? Are you one of those self-hating Somalis? Could you let us know? All right. Okay. Let us know. Let us know, man. I really want to know the answers to some of these questions. Let's quickly go through. Maybe I'll hang up. Yeah. Oh, nah. You know, listen. Speaker's Corner is hey. That's my stomping ground. It's not racial slur in my opinion. It's a political slur. Coon? Coon. No, but I don't know. Political. If it's political, it'll be universal, I think. Okay, if it's political, it'll be universal. You can call anybody a coon and it'll be universal. That's like, and it's to do with politics. I don't think it's got anything to do with politics. I think it's got more to do with racism and racial slurs. It's a derogatory term used against black people. Let's quickly go through. Yep, I'm in London. Let's quickly go through. Yep. I really never set out to dislike Muslims, but I'm struggling, man. They thrive off fear. Yeah, again, I want to say this, right? Like, let's do our best not to fall into the trap. Because sometimes when you are faced with so many people of a particular background that produces so much hate mongering, like you feel as though that you have a strong disliking to the group itself. All right, I'd rather say no, don't ever do that. Always love humanity, love people, love knowing that humans are better than the ideologies or the degrading ideologies that they hold. All right, so love Muslims, okay? Just hate the ideology. Again, let me say that again. Love Muslims, but you are entitled to hate the ideology that they hold. And I'm not talking about the religion Islam. I'm talking about the ideology that's crept into that religion that they're you know, they're holding on to. That hatred that has crept in, that spirit of darkness that has crept in, unfortunately. So, and realize that they're just victims to it. They're victims to it. They're virus carriers as well. So they're sometimes unknowingly passing on that virus to other people. And, you know, you just got to give them the medicine, okay? And you know what we treat hatred with? We treat it with love. So love them back in response. And trust me, they'll start disappearing. I learned my hair, hate the black dog. That's okay. Peace, Kalam. What's good? Bigger than that. Bigger than that. I like that. I like that name. Bigger than that. Let's quickly go through. Mrs. Banksy up in the building. AR23, I'm sure there are still some good debates going on in the park, but they are overshadowed by the media hosts talking loud and saying nothing. Indeed. What's good? Tommy. Love it. What does the word bun mean? Yeah, it is. Like, it is used to intentionally winding people up. So I'm not even affected by it. Sometimes I choose to call out the nonsense, yeah, just to put people on the spot for a second, right? So we're starting to realize that there's certain groups of people that uses these terminology. Just keep an eye out for them as well. Just keep an eye out. It's wonderful to see it. For sure, if you believe and follow a religion that is not in your experience, you will always be in conflict with someone else in this world and lifetime. Get yourself a Bitcoin. I know people are trying to be putting me on game for Bitcoin, you know. This is Big Brother's house. Please go to Speaker's Corner. Exactly, Kalam. Times TV, do you think Allah is racist? Good question. Good question. No, I don't think Allah is racist. Allah would have to have a particular race for him to be racist, right? So we have to ask the question, what race is Allah? And technically speaking, there's only meant to be one Allah, and nobody inside of the genus of Allah, i.e. in the family, the kind of Allah. So if he's the only God, then he cannot be racist in that respect because he doesn't belong to a race, right? That's just me using a lot of logic, but you never know. He could be. I'd rather not answer that question. I'd rather say he's not based upon that logic. I think there is a better question to be had than that. Kalam, do you favor religion? What is it? I favor the religion of atheism and agnosticism, even though they're not religions, right? And the reason why I'm going to say that is because the moment that you become atheist, it's one of the best stances to ever take. Should I tell you why? Should I tell you why? Okay, some people might be like, blasphemy, Callum, blasphemy. Because if you become a bit more critical in your thought and start rejecting all of these claims that a lot of these theists start bringing, okay, and you start criticizing them and utilizing your intellect, all right, to say no, i.e. being a, what's the word when you criticize something, you be negative, when you're just constantly like, oh, what's the word? It's like when you're a detective, you have to be, I can't remember the word, but anyway, whatever that word is, you always have to be like, that sounds a bit fishy. I don't know about that. Let me think about it. You know, you have less chances of actually being fooled. And then the moment that you do truly, if there is a God, and the moment that you do truly find God, you know, yeah. Once you know an atheist converts to whatever religion or whatever philosophy or whatever thought or whatever theological stance they take, right? And they're solid in the atheism, then you got to know then that which they have chosen has got to be one of the most solid things, if they have a strong methodology. That means, I hope that makes sense, right? Because if you're constantly saying no, and you have 100,000 reasons as to say no, and then finally, you know, you come undone and you be like, nah, I can't even say no to this one again, then you know, like, you're on solid grounds. So that would be a religion, even though it's not a religion, that would be a religion that I would favor. Callum is a closeted Christian. He knows to love his enemies. Indeed, black is the devil according to Muhammad. Okay, religion convinces people they're poisoned and dangles a god antidote. All right. Times TV, the most common name in Somalia is Abdi, slave, and not to mention how they treat Bantu people in Somalia. Adon, slave, Jarir, curly hair are some of the slurs they use for Bantus. Yeah. No, I'm with you. Although I think Abdi, I know, just to be fair on my Somali community, I think usually they shorten their name to Abdi because their name might be, you know, Abdi or Abdul Rahman or I don't know, Abdul Satan, but they may just shorten it to Abdi. That's a hunch, but you never know. John McDermott says, God's grace to all God's children. Peace, Kalam. Drops in the healthy super chat as always, showing love and support. That's my brother right there. Yeah? Day oneers. Remember I told you guys about John McDermott. Every live stream I got to hold him up and holler at him. Do you want to buy a BMW 5 Series 3.5 liter remapped? Nah, B, that's too much. That's too much car for me right there, baby. That's too much car for me right there. Big up, brother. But yeah, anybody who wants to buy, you know, a BMW 5 Series, you gotta give the year, man. At least give me the plate numbers so I can promote that. The answer is I don't know. Skeptical. There you go. You're not jumping now. Skeptic. There you go. I love that. Yeah. So the religion truly I'm talking about is skepticism. It's not religion, by the way. So that means in reality, I don't favor one religion over the other. But if skepticism was a religion, then that would be the religion to follow. Because the moment, yeah, like you come undone, then you know that's got a strong chance of being the truth. I'm not saying it is going to be the truth, but that you got a stronger chance of it being the truth. Does the speed reading book work on self-help and philosophy, religious books, and don't get 100% comprehension? So yeah, like you have to buy the book, and because it gives you tests, like throughout the book, it will give you ways you can increase your speeding. So for example, one way of increasing your reading, like by at least three times, I think it is, by having a pencil or pen, right, or a pointer that you're just going like along the lines with, right, and that will increase your ability to read. Okay, that's one way. There's other little things as well, but just giving you something really simple that can increase it by 2 to 3 times. Yeah, it's by holding something, going along. Cool. You've increased your speeding, your reading via that method. Then as well, it will give you ways or methodologies of you know, retaining, yeah, or comprehending that which you're reading, basically. So, you know, sometimes before you even read the book or before you even read the paragraph, you try to ask yourself questions as to what it's trying to teach you, what it's trying to get at, like those type of questions. So you've already set your mind to, you programmed your mind to find the answers to the things that you're reading. So once you're reading them, like you're now receiving the answers, although the answers to the questions that you already pre-programmed in your mind is going to be more apparent to you. So that's one way of increasing your ability to comprehend and read faster. That's just one little technique, right? But it will give you loads of different tasks throughout the book, okay? And you will time yourself, basically. So they will give you like lesson 1, do this. All right, before you learn this, read this paragraph. You read the paragraph, see how long it took. What do you remember? Cool. You know, second lesson, not even lesson 2, but second exercise. Now that you've learned the basics, redo it. Read it. Wow, my ability to read has now doubled. It took me 5 minutes before. Now it's taking me 2.5 minutes to read this. My comprehension skills is now increased double-fold, because now I can answer all of the questions and I remember all of the points that was inside of the paragraph. Them ways. So go and purchase the book itself, and you know, you'll get all the answers inside the book. All right, don't ask me no more questions. Get the book, read the book. It will teach you. How many gods? There is 2. 1 is God, 1 is bad, and his son is Jesus. How many gods? Okay, there is 2. 1 is good, 1 is bad, and his son is Jesus. Okay. Same goes for the name of this. Yeah. Wow. A baby has been stolen in London in a car described as Asian. Is the car described as Asian? I shouldn't be laughing, but let me just read again. Baby has been stolen in a car in London. Okay. I guess the suspect has been described as Asian, I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't even time myself for how long I read books no more. I just read. Will artificial intelligence refute the major issues with religion? Most probably. Men like Marshall up in the building. What book, Kalam? The book is Tony Buzan's Speed Reading. I'm not too sure if that's the exact title, but if you type in Tony Buzan, TonyBuz, maybe a second Z, AN, and then type in speed reading, his books will come up. Do you think Muslims will overpopulate Europe in the next 50 to 70 years based on birth rates, or do you think this is a myth? Overpopulate. There's a lot of factors to go in with that. Because you're gonna start having far-right groups springing up, and you might start getting politically minded individuals to do something about it, Or, you know, I don't know. There might be so much that can happen within 50 to 70 years. There might be a war that wipes out a good, you know, proportion of the people. There might be a famine. There might be a plague. There might be something that happens. So I couldn't speak definitively, but I think the numbers that I've seen is that literally in the last like 10 years or so, like every census, you know, the Muslim population, you know, in the UK is doubling, at least doubling, I believe. So it does look like, raw, okay, the numbers are flying, G. Numbers are flying. But I couldn't speak definitively. You have to go to Takia Watch. I believe it's Takia Watch. He has a good amount of research on that itself. Go to Takia Watch. He'll give you the answer. All right. Take a look around. The world is a mess. If God was real, he or she should have been sacked many years ago, and he's all-powerful. Us should be looking for a new job. I hear that, you know. See, this is why I keep telling you people, you know, and y'all not listening to me, okay? You see how you just said that? Yeah? Now, if people would actually open up their eyes, you know, I saw a pastor on Facebook, old school. It looks like this was in the 90s or 80s, but was giving this sermon, right? And it was like a black church, and it was packed out, like you had at least 2,000 people up in that church. And he was basically saying what I'm saying. Like, the sooner humanity realizes, right, they are God, then there will be no problems in the world, because they wouldn't be looking outside and above themselves for God to clear up the mess and mistakes, right? They would say, I'm God, okay? And they would clear up the mess that's inside of the world. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Stop praying for the kingdom of God to come, okay? But manifest and build the kingdom of God on earth. That's all it is. That's all it is, you know. That's all it is. The helping hand that you're looking for is at the end of your own arm. Once you learn that simple key principle, like, trust me, your whole world will flip upside down. Once you learn that you need to be turning yourself inside out, yeah, the God that's within inside of you becomes the God that's outside of yourself. What I mean by that, instead of working based upon the outside principle, i.e. your flesh, you start working on the inside principle, i.e. the spirit, and you want to make that spiritual realm come about and be manifest in the physical, and you're good. You're good. It's not that God is doing a terrible job. It's just humanity have lost the awareness that they are God, and they're the ones that's doing a terrible job. Simples. Look at the beard, though. Look at the beard, though. All right. Stolen baby in Black Audi in Newham. People took out for it was Asian. The news has said, people, please look. All right. All right. Newham. Look out for Newham. Blame the man, not the creator. One Jamaican man with 10 kids from 5 different women. Okay. Do you acknowledge there is a metaphysical creator who created everything, or do you have an atheist view of the beginning of creation, i.e. Big Bang Theory, evolution? I have both. I have both. Okay. So one belongs to physics, one belongs to metaphysics. You can't put a metaphysical, can't place a metaphysical being into a physical world to explain things. I don't know if that makes sense. In the same way, you can't take a physical thing and try to place it into the metaphysics. Doesn't make any sense, right? Because one is spirit and one is flesh. You dig? So yeah, they're both correct in my humble opinion. Both correct. But you just have to understand metaphysics, and you just have to understand natural science. Or natural philosophy, should I say. Tanya came up to Spain. Okay. I'm a Nigerian man with 5 wives and 20 kids. Go on! Nigerian man with 5 wives and 20 kids. Bring man in, G. Hey, yo, bring man in, G. You're gonna live long, fam. You're gonna live long. You're gonna live long. Hold tight, you. Cut off welfare payments after 2 children and they'll slow down. Whew, whew, whew. That's deep. Urgent appeal, met police on news. Urgent. Okay, wow. Okay, so yeah, according to this, again, I haven't confirmed it because I'm on here with you guys, but a baby has been literally kidnapped from a car. Supposedly description is an Asian man or person who has stolen a baby from a black Audi, or he is in a black Audi. I'm not too sure. I learned that when I was 15. You are God. God is within. Let's see. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow is the road that leads to life. Indeed. Indeed. Tell me another good book that should advance. Nah, bro. Nah, I'm not telling you anymore. Go on, read the books. Yeah, and then once you've advanced, then we can speak. What is the best moral system in your opinion? Is religion the source of morality, or have we wired with the moral system? Can't we be more morally good without religion? Of course we can. Of course we can. But I couldn't tell you what's the best moral system. I could simply say to you, what is the best moral system for myself? Everybody's an individual, okay? It's kind of like this, like, Kalam, what is the best car? I'm like, huh? I don't know what's the best car, you know, because boy, you know me, like, I used to love my little 2-seater, you get me? My little Z4, speeding around. That used to be the lick. Yeah, that was the best car for me in my toy boy days. Then I had children. And then I said, oh God, I can't even be doing that with a 2-seater. You hear me? I need something with a bit more protection. So then I got myself a Range Rover, baby. And the Range Rover had more space for my children to be, for me to entertain other people in the car. And that was the best car for me. You dig what I'm saying? So it all depends upon the person and what their needs are. I couldn't tell you what the best system. All right? I can tell you the system that's working for myself. I'm not telling anybody to join it. I'm not proselytizing, whatever it is, or evangelizing. I'm simply saying the best one that works for me is my Kemetic philosophy that teaches me about my art, that teaches me how to live a righteous, just, truthful, upright life. That is what's best for myself. For me. Not for you. For me. All right? For me. Hopefully that answered your question. Yes, Kalam, I kind of told me the truth. What is this God of spiritual realm you speak of, Titans TV? Whoo! Would have to go in on that one. Have you ever taken an IQ test? I mostly have, but not that I remember the score. I believe we took some when we was at school, right? I think we did, but I can't remember. And that was like, yeah, high school. I remember, I swear we took something like in year 8, year 9. Year 8 or year 9, but I can't remember. So I haven't taken anything as of recent. I prefer these things to Google Hangouts, Kalam. Okay, big up, Kalam. Peace. Population growth among some communities exponential. And yes, yeah, I hear that. Missing baby news now, new live. I said Asian suspect. Okay, Asian suspect in Newham. All right. Salute to David for keeping us up to date. The atheists are not impressed with the use of these words. I know, and that's why I like the fact that you've actually questioned what do you mean by spiritual, what do you mean by God, and all those things there, because of course that type of jargon has a lot of connotations towards it, and the best thing to do is actually ask the person to define the words that they're using. So yeah, love for that one. Because that's a long one. That's one of those ones where I need to be home. I need to be home to answer that type of question. But if there is no more questions, I'm gonna try to answer it, but I'm gonna apologize to you because I don't have any references to offer. Okay, I don't have any references to offer, and that question deserves references. Black Audi has been found, no baby in the car, stolen by a man of Asian description, live now on Sky TV. Okay, give thanks to keeping us up to date. My uncle drives a Range, lost all credibility. Okay, cool. I have a high IQ, nearly 100. Allahu Akbar! Viva España! Long live Spain! Says Real Deal. Okay. So before I'm literally gonna go because I need to get home because I said I'm gonna do a show for you guys, right? But if academic screeching would like to re-ask that question, since I'm at the bottom now, I can quickly do a little bit of answering it. Theists can never pin down what they define as God. As Daniel Dennett says, they believe in belief. Oof. Big up, brother, says Mr. J. So, okay, what's the show about, Kalam? I don't know yet, you know. I might just ring up Gabs and figure out what it is. I did quite like, but again, this is what I like. So I liked, yeah, the topic to do with black identity and also white identity, and you know, to open it up as well, because they were speaking specifically about Islam and how you know, he's like, Jordan is a white Muslim, okay, that's stepped into Islam. And then Raven was talking about, everybody was kind of talking about the black Muslims that stepped into Islam as well, and they were just showing you the differences between them. But it could be anything, to be honest with you. It doesn't have to be Islam, but just, you know, talking about identity and culture. I think that was very, very powerful. But again, I think that's something that I myself only would like. I don't know if anybody else would like it, but yeah, that would be nice. Otherwise, the only other thing that of interest to me was the conversation with Muhammad Hijab and the Jew, whether Prophet Muhammad was a prophet, I think. Okay, don't quote me on that because I just caught the tail end of the conversation. That looked like it was going to be good. Sheikh Dan Juma came on. He was talking something, but I didn't get to watch it all. So it's kind of open. I'm going to get home, speak to Gabs, and see what topic he actually wants to jump into. But otherwise, if you lot have any topics, let me know. We can do with, you know, politics, you know, social affairs. We can deal with religion, whichever one rocks your boat. So I want to get home for by 7:30. I want to put on the show for like 7:30, 7:45. 7:45. Let's see if we can do it for 7:45. Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Any good? I skimmed read it. I read it. I don't know. I prefer 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, to be honest. Why no one told me Kalam was live? I hate you all. That's why, you know, we should be hit of the like button, you know, because this is what the like button does. It informs everybody else that we're live. Okay, so make sure you lot hit up the like button, family. Could Allah be black? Yeah, so you already know, yeah, I wanted to piss off a hell of my Salafi brethren, yeah, today at Speaker's Corner, to be honest with you. So I wanted to drop that today, actually, about Allah being a black man. I wanted to drop that, to be honest with you, just so I can piss off the racist Muslims. You know, way is that, you know, when you just gotta piss off some racist Muslims. I wanted to do that, but unfortunately we didn't go Speaker's Corner today. But we might do something on that. We might drop a little show on you know, Allah being a black man. We might do that. We might do that. Ooh-wee. And you already know, innit, yeah? If I say I'm gonna do, you already know, yeah? If I make claims, yeah, you know I've got tons of evidence to supply and back it up, right? That's why it's just so dangerous. So dangerous. I'm surprised I haven't been sniped already, you know. I swear to God. Yo, Kalam. Oh no, my phone's about to ring. No. Send message. I can't talk right now. I'll call you back shortly. Alright. Yo, Kalam, what do you really think about Islam? Honest, I've said it so many times. Like, I think Islam is a beautiful deen. No, Islam is a beautiful religion as long as it's kept within inside of its context, and it has the proper understanding and interpretation attached to it, which that's number one. All right, kept inside of its context, you know, with the correct understanding and interpretation. Unfortunately, the Islam of the West that we've been saturated with, okay, we have a very negative taste in the mouth because there's a certain group of loudmouth individuals that doesn't represent everybody, but everybody are kept, but the rest of the community is keeping quiet and allowing them to represent them. and then you got the media, you know, representation of Islam, you know, leaves us thinking that Islam is not really a nice religion for anybody to be a part of. Like, I wouldn't want my child to be a part of Islam type of vibe. So again, all right, there is Islam, which is a beautiful religion kept inside of its own context with the right interpretation, but unfortunately it's not too many. We don't get to see that form of Islam in the West. We just get to see that hardline fundamentalist, radicalized Islam, and that's the problem. And there needs to be a counterbalance where other forms of Islam, you know, takes precedence and show themselves to be the real Islam, whatever that means. So yeah, baby 17 months old, 7 months old, car found Hathaway Crescent area. Okay, Hathaway Crescent area, if anybody knows, I believe this might be in East London. Last site was Newham. So Hathaway Crescent, if you know and you're in these areas, please keep an eye out. A man fitting Asian description with a 17-month-old baby. Kalam, I have seen a few videos of you breaking down religion, Islam and Christian. Looks like in depth to. Are you convinced about one of them to be the truth? I think that every single one of them has various claims of truth, meaning certain claims within them are truthful. Okay, there isn't a religion that is the truth. There is no such thing as the truth. Okay, there's no such thing as the ultimate truth, the truth that you've all been waiting for. You know, just like there is no such thing as the lie, or the error. Like, what is the error? What is the lie? I don't know. There is no such thing as that, right? Because what have you lied about? What are you in error about? There's so many facets or different things that you can be in error about, or somebody has lied to you about. Same with the truth. There's so many claims that could be truthful, right? But there's no such thing as the ultimate truth. And most people wouldn't even realize the truth even if it knocked him in their face. And that's how deep it is, because they don't have a methodology of understanding a truth claim, a truth claim, or just a claim full stop, whether a claim is false. They don't understand informal logic, i.e. spotting fallacies. So somebody could speak some beautiful game to you and it sounds true, but you don't have a methodology of falsifying it. So you just accept it as being the truth. So there isn't no ultimate truth, but there is various different claims within inside of those religions that ring to be true. Look, could Allah be black? That's deep, my G. Jeez. I'm gonna drop that. We're gonna drop that one day. But I think, to be honest with you, it's only gonna, and I'm gonna say this again, right? This is only to those people who are from Ahlul Hadith, okay, or the Ashab Hadith, right? Those people who follow Hadith or accept Hadiths or part of the school of Hadiths or Athars, then yeah, I can show you where Allah is black, okay? But if you don't, then it's not for you. It doesn't matter, because you don't accept these types of Hadiths, you know, for your theological outlook in life. Okay, so if you're not part of that school, right, don't worry, Allah is not black. Okay, but if you are part of that school, then you got to see like, oh, Allah is a black man, you know, manager. Allah is an Arab. Yeah, well, you know, technically speaking, you know, the ancient Arabs have been described to be black, so you can say black Arab, you know, black Kenyan, black Nigerian. But yeah, you know, I don't even want to go into that, baby. Okay, let's quickly see. Allah with two black right hands and a black shin. Jeez, y'all going in. Times TV, where do you think all the money the Dawah team goes to? Funding terrorism. Hey, allow me. I'm catching joke. Allow me. Lo, the Shin Mason connection on the recent show was funny and sharp at the same time. Give thanks, man. Give thanks. Kalam, how can you acknowledge that religion is irrational, then call Islam beautiful? I didn't say religion is irrational, you know. I haven't said that yet. Okay. There is several things within inside of religion that can be rational, right? And again, it's down to the person's interpretation. So the rational can be the rational can appear irrational, and the irrational can appear rational to some, right? I know that sounds like paradoxical. What the hell are you saying, Kalam? Right? Right? So even when somebody's confronted with something that's blatantly obviously true, right, or evidence and proof that says one thing, you know, it can appear to some people that no, that's irrational, that can't be true, you know, like right now, flying carpets. Should we do flying carpets? Yeah, flying carpets is a nice easy one. Flying carpets, nobody's gonna be too offended with flying carpets, right? Hold tight, Shamsi. So flying carpets and people carrying around by flying carpets, that might sound like mad irrational to some people, but for some other people they'll be like, come on now, of course it's rational, you know, it can happen. I've never seen it happen before in my life, but it can happen. It's like pigs flying. Some people like a pig flying, shut up. But other people be like, but God can do anything he wills, so why can't a pig fly? You're like, okay. So some people, you know, even though when irrational things appear, you know, clearly irrational, some people may rationalize it. But then there may be things in you know, the Bible that teaches the truth. Like, for example, what's that thing? What's like the golden rule? Like, you know, treat those how you would like to be treated. Yeah, treat people how you would like to be treated. That sounds rational to me, you know. But other people be like, no, that's irrational. That's irrational. That's rational. But anyways, I don't want to carry on. Like, y'all get my point, right? What's about prayer moments, baboon moments and stuff? Prayer moments. Oh, that's something else. You're asking me some big questions there. No way, bro. I mean, can you really prove Allah being black from Sahih Hadiths? From where can you prove it? Lo, this is really interesting. Yeah, of course. I can prove it, baby. I can prove it. So from Hadiths, I can do that all day long. Trust me on that one. All right. But I can't prove that from Quran, let's say. I can't prove that from something else. I don't know what else you have other than Quran and Hadiths. But yeah, of course, from Hadiths all day long. Sorry, Kalam, but the radicalized Islam is the true Islam. I hear you. Again, it depends on your interpretation. Kalam, sorry, going off subject. Please search everyone in the area, please, for baby. All right, so there is a baby. Please keep your eyes out for a man described as Asian with a 17-month-old baby. More so if you're in East London area, Newham, okay? Allah has two right hands, legs, eyes. Does Allah have everything human beings have? Quite possibly. Okay? Quite possibly. Shouts out to Hassan. He says, I hate Kalam. I love you too, baby. I love you too. Honorable Man says, how can you call Islam beautiful? Okay, so some people, right, they don't want to see the goodness in certain things. So this is how I can call Islam beautiful. Okay, just a quick summary. Islam talks about giving charity. Giving charity. Isn't that not a beautiful thing to do? Quran talks about adopting orphans and looking after orphans. Isn't that beautiful? Islam teaches you that the you know, heaven is beneath the feet of your mother. Is that not something that's very beautiful? What else does Islam teach that is quite beautiful? Islam teaches, how can I put it, self-discipline. Is that not something that is beautiful? Islam teaches you to have brotherhood. Yeah, brotherhood, has a strong sense of brotherhood, right? Is that not something that is very beautiful? Islam, what else does Islam do? You know, charity, got that, self-discipline, you know, all that good stuff. Like, you know, telling the truth, even if it's against yourself. Telling the truth, that's a powerful principle, even if it goes against your own very being. Like, come on, these are something beautiful that Islam teaches. Okay, so yeah, there is very much so beautiful things in Islam, and it can be a very beautiful religion. But again, like, it can be also a very nasty, dirty, filthy religion. based upon other people's interpretations. Because now, you know, it could be like, smite the necks off the kuffars. Ah! And you're going to say, God damn, that's horrible. You dig? You're going to burn in hell. Ah, that's horrible. You know, the kuffars are worse than cattle. Ah! And all that stuff, right? So you can find, you know, nasty things within inside of people's interpretation of Islam that makes it like, oh, goddamn. But then you can find very beautiful things in Islam, right? And so you are both good and bad, right? But then the overall interpretation depends upon the context. Remember, the context that really matters. That I said is the context and the person who's interpreting them. Do they have the right interpretation? So, as I said, if you have the correct context and the correct interpretation of Islam, I would say it's very beautiful. Very beautiful, okay? It can organize a society or community in a very good way, depending if you have a good interpretation. But if you have a bad interpretation, I'm running with you. I'm fleeing, baby. I'm fleeing. And I guarantee you I can run the 100-meter sprint faster than you can. Hey, because I'm gone. All right, there is no religion. It's only the belief of the believer. Islam is negative and Christians is all about peace. I agree with you. I would never want my children around that thing called Islam. How do you help someone to leave Islam, bro? Ooh. We might speak about that later. I've never really spoken about helping somebody leave a religion. Okay. And I can give you a methodology of how you can help somebody to leave a religion, any religion, mind you. And you can see I don't use this here because I feel as though it's kind of bad mind, because I know I got the power to, but I choose not to use the power. But yeah, it's quite easy. It's quite easy to make anybody not just restricted to religion, okay, but in anything in their life, anything. I can give you that method for them to leave anything. If it's an ideology, whatever the case is, right? Even a bad relationship, I can give you the key to help you to leave that. I hate Kalam because of his hypocrisy, says Hassan. Assalamu alaikum to you, my brother. Salams. Okay. May Allah guide you. May Allah bless you. May the peace of Allah be upon you. May Allah guide you. May Allah, you know, help you to prosper. And may Allah help you to not slander and lie on other human beings and call them hypocrites. Inshallah. Okay. I hate Islam, but I love Muslims. That's what I'm talking about. Good way to look at it. Big up Kalam, says RCW. Tiny CV, where does all the money go from the Dawah channels? Did I say it earlier on? Even though I was joking? I don't know. I'm not looking into their business to find out where their money goes. Did anyone else say they were the truth? Nope. Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Quran is hadith, not what is being claimed by Muslim. Who cares what color he is? It's not going to help. It's not going to help or hinder your life in any way, right? Like, you know, it's kind of like my color. Who cares what color I am? But it might actually have an effect on people's minds. Trust me. I guarantee you. Once racist Muslims know that their God, for example, is black, and they have such a hatred of black people, it might change something in them, right? It could change something. It could quite possibly change something. It's either you're gonna know that, you know, when you make it to Judgment Day, God is gonna punish you because you're not gonna see a black God before your face, with his black face and his black lips and his black hair and his black everything, and you're gonna be like, uh-oh. The only way is that I might just put the fear of God in you, or it might help you to apostate, because you're gonna be like, why the hell am I worshiping this African God, or this black God, for this black Arab God, or whatever the case is? Like, I'm better than that. I'm better than worshiping the black man. So hopefully it could do two things, right? It could make you have the fear of God to respect African or black people a bit more if you are a racist Muslim, or it can help you to apostate from your religion because you have more sense. Like, why am I following a black God for? Me personally, if I was Asian, I wouldn't be following no black God. Get out of here with that. You dig? If I'm white, I'm not following no black God. Get out of here with that. You know, who would follow an African or black god if you're not African or black? That don't make no sense. You know, I'm trying to provoke some people to apostate right now. Allah is neither those colors. Do not speak without knowledge. No, you don't speak without knowledge. You don't speak without knowledge. Do you know? Have you seen Allah? How you know what color Allah is? Huh? 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 Okay. So don't tell me nothing. All right? Unless somebody has told you what Allah looks like that has seen Allah. Has somebody seen Allah and told you what Allah looks like? Hmm? 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 I hate Kalam because of hypocrisy. Saying the same old dog. Say something better, man. You know what we do over here? We prove our claims. So if I'm a hypocrite, prove the claim, baby. Prove the claim. The man's water is thick and white, and the woman's water is thin and yellow, whichever comes first. Whilst having sex, a child will resemble that person. This is Muhammad's teaching from Allah. Uh-oh, Ricardo Robinson is sending shots. Allah was a Jew. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. God damn. Has blocked Hassan. Who's blocked Hassan? No, don't block Hassan. Don't do that. Let him keep talking, please. Allah was a warmongering pedo. Okay, I'm not saying these things. I'm just reading out comments, by the way, before I get any fatwas on me. Allah is an Arab. If you don't speak Arabic, you don't understand what Allah talk. He can't talk English. Uh-oh. You lot setting some shots right now. Is Allah African? Uh-oh. Share your stream again. Shouts out to Tommy Robinson live stream channel. Oh man, I think was that you in Manchester? Was that you in Manny, my brother? Was that you? It would still be an irrational belief though. Yeah. Yo, Tommy, okay. You know the one who married it. Okay. Let me not even read out words like that. Tennessee, do you think the Dawa team that went today, Ghana, were there to help the locals or to do Dawa? For them, they're gonna say I'm helping them become Muslim. So they've gone there to do Dawa, and they will believe that they're helping Africans by making them convert to Islam. So yeah, God was born according to Christians. That is rational. Okay. I don't think. I don't know. Is that correct? God was born. I don't know. Don't know about that. What do you say of King Solomon? Bad man. Saved by grace answer. What you mean, Asian? Kalam, are you gonna come on the Yellow Vest March next week? You mixed a great moment with the Cameroons yesterday. Did you see it? No, I missed it. Unfortunately. I missed it. If you don't invite me, innit? Invite me. Whatever you lot got, invite me. And if I'm free, I'll may pass through. Revelation says it's copy and paste. You need to show that what the movement is about, and that the yellow vests are everyone. Invite me, okay? That's all you lot gotta do. Okay? Email me with my email address, kalam@live.co.uk. Look after me, and I'll come true. Whoa.
For this to go on.
All right, I need to be going in a minute though. Callum, did anything ever come of the rebel thing? I was gassing. I was trolling, to be honest with you. But I could. Islam wants to build its power structure. Okay, let me quickly go. All religions contain good things within them, and some other things can be perceived as bad. Depends on the person. Yeah, it's okay. Charity, looking after orphans, self-discipline, brotherhood, all came out of the Bible. How many Muslims do you know that adopt orphans? No comment. Hold on. All right, let me not even try to drive here. Let me not try to drive whilst I can't even see. I've got too many lights on. All right, let me quickly come off because I need to get home and start a show. Alhamdulillah, good. Name one majority Muslim country you'd rather live in. I don't know. To be honest with you, yeah, I like Egypt, you know. I like Egypt, to be honest, to be real with you. I could live in Egypt. I was inquiring about living in Egypt. I really did like it there. But I hear you though. I hear you. And depending where you're going, it's not as strict. Although it is got that same, you know, but it's not as strict. Try Kalam. Can people leave Kemetic philosophy 100%, even your own Kemet? Huh? Yeah, philosophy, like, I don't know, Muhammad Islam, okay? I don't know, like, again, like, people, please don't think philosophy is religion or Islam. It's not. Like, I don't know. Like, some of us, I don't know. Who studied philosophy at school? Like, humanities, the classics. Anybody? Let us know. Like, it's an academic pursuit. You can go to university or college maybe and start studying philosophy. You could do that. You can go and study philosophy. It's like studying history or studying geography. It's philosophy. It has a long-lasting impact and effect on your life, though, because it helps shape you, shape the way you think about the world. But it's philosophy. That's what it is. Like, sometimes we need to go and research the words that Kalam uses. Just type in philosophy and just see what it is. Okay, it's not religion. You can pick up a philosophy book and you can read it, and you're not bound by it. You don't have to, swear blood-curdling oaths and be stuck to it. And if you apostate from it, it is death by strangulation, or death by hanging, or death by sword into your neck, or nothing. No, it's just you pick up a book and you read and you learn. Okay, it's that simple, and you choose to implement it in your life or not. Very simple, very easy. Why does respect keep trying putting you down? No comment. Christian Prince just reads the Muslims' books and they leave. Cause Kalam is. Alright. Can't believe people still believe in Jewish and imaginary gods. If Muslims adopted orphans, there would be no orphanages in Egypt. The children are boys too. Yeah. Again, I'm talking about the concepts, like what the book teaches versus what the people do. Two different things, man. Two different things. All the good things you mentioned about Islam, are they applied by Muslims to non-Muslims? Nah, remember we're talking about, remember what we said, Islam, the concepts, the teachings. Muslim, remember, Islam, Muslim. Islam, Muslim. Two different things. Two different things, okay? Remember that. Islam, Muslim. Muslims are the people. Islam is the religion, or the concept, or the teachings, or the philosophy, or the religion, or the, all of that stuff. That's Islam, the concept, versus the people. The flesh and blood versus the abstract, immaterial conceptualization. Two different things. Remember, I'm saying that? Two different things. All right. Why would create his mother then come out her private parts? Is that God? So Muhammad Islam, okay, very good question, right? Why would Allah create the bush, create the fire, allow the bush to burn, fire and the bush to burn, okay, and then why would he come into the burning bush? Why would he do that? Okay, so you ask, why would he create his mother? So why would, you're saying, why would he create this mother? So why would he create Mary? Let's just use science right terminology. Why would he create Mary? So why would he create a bush, then come out her private parts? Is that God? And then why would he go into the bush that is burning? Why would your God do that? You find it a problem that God would incarnate into a human body, but you have no problem with your God incarnating into fire and into a bush. No problem with that. Okay? So he's incarnating into what we got? We've got, you got the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom. So this one, the Christian God incarnated into the animal kingdom. Your God incarnated into the plant kingdom. Okay? So no problem. Incarnation into the animal kingdom, haram. Incarnation into the plant kingdom, halal. And then incarnated into the elemental, into the elements as well, i.e. fire, halal. But incarnation into a human body, haram. I wonder if you lot can catch that. Okay, Titan TV, you are far too smart to not realize that Islam isn't the problem. Islam is actually the victim of endless wars and constant propaganda. Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. I have no problem with that, actually. It was a bit fishy at first, but I was like, okay, I hear where you're going from. What's with all the racist comments? Kalam's stalkers more today. I love it when they're racist, you know, because you know why? All of you guys get to see it. Hey, I hope God is black. I'm going to question him why he allowed himself to have a much superior package to my own. Hey, listen, I could talk about anything, but I'm not allowed to talk about Allah's, you know, private areas. Unfortunately, I know I can confirm that Allah has private parts, but I cannot talk about how big, how long, or how girthy it is. Okay, subhanallah, far be it from me to discuss those matters. One of the apostles was black. Nope, all of the apostles was black. There's not just one that was black, it was all. Mr. Criterion says, Kalam, you coconut. Again, racial slurs. Allah is white, blonde hair, and blue eyes. Yeah. See, that to me sounds more like Odin. The All-Father! Odin! That sounds more like Odin. Salute to Odin. Any of you guys who are Norse, salute to you guys from the Norse family. Don't let anybody think that their God is better than your God. Alright? You have your own God structure. Yeah, be proud of that. Alright? If you're Nordic. Is something incomparable to anything you can see or imagine. You're not. Love you, Mr. Criterion. Please stick around. Hi, does Zakat ever get disturbed to kufar? Hi. No, Zakat doesn't get distributed to kufar. It could do though. It could do. It's supposed to, quite possibly. It could possibly be able to, but it doesn't, unfortunately. Titans TV, because of the difficulty of maintaining the science of man, religion was instituted as a means of approaching truth. The means always becomes for the shallow, the end, and the dogma, the idol. That's powerful. I like that. I like that. It's like I've read that somewhere before. I like that. Give thanks. Abdul says, the original Arabs were melanated, pale Arabs and Ashkenazi Jews descended of Romans, Greeks, Turks, Central Asians, Persians, Khazars, Berber, etc. Yep, you're not too wrong there. Kalam, have you any knowledge of Richard Dawkins? I remember like one of my ex-girlfriends back in like first year of like, I don't know, how old was like 18? Yeah, about 18. I got her into like, you know, books like that, Richard Dawkins, The God Delusion. I got her into it, but I don't even think I read it myself. But I'm pretty sure I've listened to a couple of his speeches, but I don't. I can't recall. Nah, let me not say I can't recall reading it, to be honest with you. Are you gonna come the next Yellow Vest? I told you, invite me, baby, invite me, I'll come. If you read the Surah Al-Ikhlas, it clearly says Allah is beyond what we may imagine. So saying Allah has got a color itself is contradictory and contradicts what the Quran says. I know it sounds right? But unfortunately, although it's contradictory to the Quran, remember what I said, right? This is only to Ahlul Hadith. Those people who subscribe to Hadiths. If you subscribe to the Quran, okay, if you're Quraniyun, if you're Ahlul Ra'i, if you're Ahlul Kalam, then no problem. It's got, you know, Allah doesn't need to have a color and all those things there. But if you're a person that subscribes to Hadith, all right, and we've done these before and we've spoken about that Allah has got a shape, form, or an image that you can literally see with your eyes. If something you can see with your actual eyes, okay, it has got shape, form, and color. Sorry, it's got shape, form, and it's got an imagery. And the shape, form, and imagery usually has color attributed to it as well. So yeah. Unfortunately, it may contradict the Quran. It may. I'm not saying that it does contradict the Quran. It may contradict the Quran. But if you're part of Ahlul Hadith, you got no problem with something contradicting the Quran. Because you take Hadiths, baby. You take Hadiths. What's good? Yeah. Arab is not raised. Yeah. Let's see, Kalam, do you fear God? Have a guess on what God thinks about you today. God loves me. Anybody knew that? God loves me. God worships me, furthermore. I know that might sound contradictory, but God worships me and I worship him back. God damn, God is beautiful. What do you make of the Yellow Vest movements? Do you think this will turn into a genuine revolution? I don't know enough yet. So before I even go to a march, when I get asked to come and attend, I'm going to do my steady research. I like speaking with knowledge. So don't ask me now. I can't give you a good answer now. Forgive me, but you are a hypocrite because of spreading misinformation about our religion, claiming he was black without proof from the sacred books. Yeah, buddy. No, that's incorrect. Incorrect. Okay, and that doesn't make a person a hypocrite, neither, for spreading misinformation. Okay, I haven't spread any misinformation about your religion, number one, and me claiming that he was black without proof. I clearly said we'll have to do something on this where I can provide the text, right, and show you that he was black according to your hadith books. Okay, according to your hadith books, I can clearly and easily do that. But right now, I'm in the car. Okay, I'm in the car. Right, I'm in the car. So I can't do that right now, can I? Oh, but you already know, like I'm solid. You know, I'm somebody that's called thicker. I'm idle. I'm thabit. Okay, I'm nice, reliable. You know, I'm sadiq. I'm truthful. You already know, yeah. When Kalam gets into the back cave and he starts pulling out texts left, right, and center, you know I don't speak out from the top of my head. I speak with the words of God. All right. Thank Allah. I'm stupid enough. Different from Sudan to Yemen. Let's go. Please, any Christians answer me. So Muhammad Islam, we've already given you an answer, you know. Were you listening? That's why I say Kemet has no use, Kamal. We want salvation, not something that helps us live this life. How do you think you're gonna get salvation, baby? How do you think you're gonna get salvation? This is the life that you've got to live, baby. I did study philosophy. It's the mother science. Every single field makes use of philosophy. Woo! Shouts out to Marshall. Let's do that. There was another terrorist attack on a Coptic church in Egypt the other day. As a Christian, do you think I should go? Yeah, you should be good. If you go to the touristy areas, you should be nice. Don't try to go like to Sinai and all those regions there to go inside of church. No, stick to like Cairo and all the other regions that's touristy. All right, you be good. As far as I know, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, in those touristy regions, I haven't heard of any real major attacks. Especially like you'd have like, you know, police officers walking around with weapons. Kalam, a bomb expert got killed yesterday in Egypt defusing a bomb outside a church left by those peaceful Muslims. Yeah, let's just say by those peaceful terrorists rather than Muslims. Hamid Islam, you're one lost brother. Pray the holy. Ah, gosh, why would God choose to come out private parts of his own mother? Is that incest? Number one, it's not his mother. Okay, God does not have a mother in that respect. And Jesus has a mother, and God was incarnated into Jesus. All right, so you could technically say the mother of God, but in reality, okay, i.e. the person who gave birth to Jesus, who was the incarnation of God, but in terms of its pre-eternal or pre-incarnate form, God doesn't have a mother. Does that make sense? I hope that does. All right. So why would God choose to come out of his private parts of his incest? And like, isn't that incest? Like, does that even make sense? Sometimes I wonder, you know, you like Muslims and your logic at times, like, it baffles me. It baffles me. fake honorable man. If I'm dig, okay, let's quickly go through. I'm trying to come off this. You need to see the video of Yellow Vest movement. They seen a massive group of black people not aware who they was, and the joy when they came together and started dancing. I could imagine. But because Islam has certain teachings, it forms the mind of Muslims, and weak-minded Muslims follow the extremist version of Islam, and that branch is growing. Indeed, 100%. That's what I'm talking about. How is it that same as making his own mom? Anyways, who was Muhammad's mother? That's a very good question, right? But the answer to that is a woman called Amina. Kalam or Amina. What's your opinion on Dr. Christopher Busby? He's on YouTube. Need to research him. Why would God make you black? Yeah, Kalam. Oh, Kalam. Stop illogical arguments. Why would God make you black? Why would he? Because he likes seeing himself. That's why. In others. He loves seeing himself in me. You dig? The only thing though, God doesn't have a beard. But I do. I love you, Kalam. It's a magical moment. Yeah, I need to go and watch that video, man. Kalam, you're not stupid. Please watch Dr. Christopher Busby's and get more educated. 100%. Kalam is either a troll or deceiver and lie. Oh gosh, goddamn. I got my trolls on here tonight. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go home and piss off some of my trolls. Should we do that? Why was Santa white according to Christianity? Saint Nicholas. I can't remember what country St. Nicholas was from, but I'm pretty sure it was a European country. Hence, his ethnicity is what people call today, white. That's why St. Nicholas is white. That's why. Too much jokes. Do you speak Arabic? Sure. Be honest with you, back in the day, I used to. Back in the day. But because it's of no use to me, no. But of recently, I've been getting back into like reading Arabic again. Yeah. But again, I don't have anybody to speak Arabic with, so it's like pointless. It's one of those ones that it's like pointless. But reading it, I'm not too bad. I need to get better though. I do need to get better. So true, Kalam. Hence why hadiths are problematic and creates issues. 100%. 100%. Let's see. Kalam, please take 5 minutes and watch. Okay, I will. Don't worry. I watch him. All right, let me quickly get to the end of this. Like, you lot keeping me here. I'm there trying to answer all these questions here or get back to some of these points when I know I should be gone by now. Kalam, I've sent you videos on the Yellow Vest movement. Thank you, Aurora Dawn. All right, let's take that off. So now I can see. Oh, okay, now I see what's behind me. I'm there reversing. All I can hear was beep, 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 beep. Yeah, speaker corner has definitely changed. Let's call him hypocrisy of the highest order. Do you not think that before speaker's corner was better? Yeah, it was, It was secretly. Any tips on feeling a patchy beard? Somebody told me back in the day what you need to do is rub weed on it. But yeah, family, let me catch you guys later because I was supposed to be starting the show right now, but I spent an extra 45 minutes here chilling with you guys and actually having this discussion. So I'm gone. Peace and love, family. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, buddy.